Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Before we begin today's what if, give me a second. Before we begin today's what if or tonight's what if, whichever one you prefer whenever you're watching this, the small favor to ask. I know I'm too small of a creator, but this is my friend. I've known him for a while. We've been through some things. I was the only person watching his stream at the time, so this right here is all me. But this is his This is his YouTube channel. Drop by. If y'all watch this when this first come out, stop by in his chat. I'll probably be still chilling in there by the time this drop, and he'll probably still be recording. But just drop in there and like let him know I sent y'all. Y'all can sub if y'all want to. Sub to y'all. Yeah, just let me know. Well, not let me know, but let him know if y'all drop in there because of me. Anyway, let's jump right into the video because I'm already wasting y'all time. I don't know why the fuck y'all watch me anyway. Let's be honest now. But anyway, so Naruto ushers Zabuza into the room, like into another room. And Zabuza asks Naruto, like, why didn't you just, if you knew that I wasn't dead, why didn't you just kill me? And Haku. And Naruto basically was like, because Haku, from what I understand, I've done my research, and it seems like you're one of the 7 deadly swordsmen of the mist, or whatever the fuck. Like, you're one of the deadly swordsmen of the mist, and Haku has a unique Genkai. Now we both, and wait, Haku is a girl in this. Cause that fucking gender shit is fucking, I don't know. But anyway, Haku is a girl in this one. And yes, he is around Naruto's age. Maybe, shut the fuck up. Anyway, so, yo, I bet you when I get to 1,000 subs, I'm not going to be making no money because I curse too much. I'm going to get demonetized. I got to learn to stop cursing. But anyway, so, yeah. Haku is technically still a child. He's like 12 years. She's like 12 years old, damn near. So, yeah. But, yeah. So, Haku, like, he's like, why didn't you just kill me, Haku? And he was like, because Haku has unique Genkai, and you would be a very valuable asset to the Leaf Village, whether you want it to be or not. And Zabuza was like, wait, was that a threat? Naruto was like, no, it wasn't a threat. It was going to be a promise because Haku already stated that he wanted to stay here. So, that she wanted to stay here. So, what are you going to do? And, because Haku just finished speaking his mind, Zabuza doesn't know how to feel. Because, like, he was so used to just giving Haku her orders, and then she just would like do them and that would be that. But, you know, she didn't this time. She told him off basically. So Sakura walks to the room and, you know, Naruto looks at her with like the fury of fucking fire in his eyes. And Naruto realizes something. I wonder. And this is going to be a very interesting topic. Well, it's going to be a very interesting part to this what if. So Naruto, like when Sakura walks into the room, Naruto's staring her directly in her eyes. Like he's obviously mad at her because she's interrupting the conversation. But he's staring intently at her left eye. And she's like looking at him like, is there something on the face? And Naruto's like, nah. Nah. So then Naruto starts thinking, like, what if I just took one of the Byakugan and just used one at a time? Like, you know, just in case somebody decided to try to steal my right eye and have the left one, you know, kept in a jar somewhere. And that was Naruto's plan. Now he's going to have, like, if he didn't already, I don't know if I took him out or not last round, but yeah. Naruto basically asks Karin to come here. Now, he doesn't necessarily like doing this to Karin, but he does it just for right now because it was the quickest way to do it. So he pulls out his left eye and put the Byakugan in there and grabs Karin and bites her. And the only reason, like, Naruto doesn't like doing it at all, like, because of what he saw on her. Yeah, he doesn't fuck with that. So, Zabuza kind of sees, like, the distress in Naruto's eyes when he bites her. Like, when he bites Karin. And then Karin kind of just walks away, because the bites heal, because, you know, she's not getting bit constantly, so the bites heal. But the one that Naruto basically bit her on, like, the one that Naruto used, the one that Naruto bit her with the Nine Tails chakra, that one's not healing. Like, it healed, but it's like, yeah, it's basically just indented right there. Then, like, she realized, like, no, I can't fucking speak. Zabuza looks and sees the other bite, and then notices, like, wait, did he? How the fuck? And, like, the other Byakugan is like, yeah. So now he has one Byakugan on regular eye. So Naruto turns back around and was like, wait, where were we? And Zabuza was like, you have the attention span of a child. And Naruto was like, duh, because I am one. But anyway, you know, you'll be a valuable asset to the Leaf Village. That, and, you know, you can help Kakashi with our training. And Haku will be around kids her age. So Zabuza agrees, and, you know, since Naruto's technically rich, and Naruto does have some type of political standing in the Hidden Leaf Village. Like, it's not major yet because he's not older, but he does still have some form of political, because he is, like, the last remaining few Uzumaki that are full-blooded Uzumakis. So, yeah. So he does have some type of, like, what's the name, standing in the leaf. So he just runs it through the third Hokage, telling him that, you know, Zabuza and them are Hidden Leaf Shinobi now. So now it's like, say like a day or two passed, right? And their training is vicious. Because, like, now Sakura is getting trained how to use a sword. And Naruto's trying to find out how to use the chakra chains along with Karin. And Haku and Sasuke are fighting it out, because Sasuke is trying to find out how to, like, how to combat her ice mirrors. And Haku's trying to find out new ways to trick people into thinking, you know, certain things about her ice mirrors. Like, so yeah, basically they're all working hand in hand, like, basically just in tandem with each other. So yeah, then Lord Third, Hiruzen, calls them in to do a mission. Well, not a mission, but just calls them in to, like, basically get an update. And Zabu, like, Kakashi basically gives him the rundown about what happened on that mission, and was like, oh, so dude basically just lied. Like, y'all could have died on that mission. And he was like, yeah, we definitely could have. But Naruto handled it pretty well. And Naruto makes a joke like, everything will turn out fine if you throw money at it. And I would say, like, a Jonin that was walking by kind of took that out of context. And immediately started throwing a rumor around that the Nine Tails was bribing the Hokage. And Zabuza looks at Naruto and was like, yep, you must like getting smacked with the blunt end of a sword. Or with the blunt end of the executioner's blade. And Naruto looks at him and was like, you must love having your freedom, don't you? Remember, my guy, you're technically still a wanted shinobi in the Hidden Mist village. And Zabuza was like, yeah, but you gotta get me there first. And Naruto was like, that's okay. Once I found out how to use these chakra chains, it's gonna be one of those. And this one right now, like, they go back to the house, and now this is where like the main part of the story begins. This is going to be basically this is basically just going to be a reason for Hinata to not join Naruto, but basically this is just a way for the Hyuga clan to get to know Naruto more. Basically, like how they mess with Naruto, how they vibe with Naruto. This is basically it. So before like everything happened, this was like before Naruto was even thought of. During the 4th grade ninja war, I already stated that there was this guy that gave Naruto his Byakugan. Now, before all of that, Minato had visited the Hyuga clan a lot because Minato and Hinata's father were friends and stuff. So they have a lot of pictures together and shit. So when they went off to war, I'm gonna say there was a couple of people that the Hyuga clan basically made like a special ops force, and they were tasked with keeping Minato safe to go home to Kushina, basically. And one of those missions, Minato was chakra pool almost ran out, so he just needed like 3 minutes to fill, like basically to kind of restore his chakra to go back into Sage Mode. And before he can fully go into Sage Mode, one of the Hyuga members, which was the one that gave Naruto his Byakugan, was injured by an enemy kunai, which was laced with the paralyzing poison. So it paralyzed him, and he was like 3.2 seconds away from getting his eyes snatched out of his skull. And by, I'm gonna say, a hidden miss, by like a hidden miss user. Like, yeah. So, Naruto basically, not Naruto. Minato used the flying Raijin and kind of killed the hidden mist user, but the poison had a different type of effect. Even though that it paralyzed them, and that was like, oh, that was it for the major side effects. Even though that it looked like it was kind of going away, and he still got treatment, the only problem was that the poison lasted in your nervous system and slowly killed you, which was an experiment by the ninja, and his entire family got ousted and killed for it because, like, it's the Hidden Mist village, let's be honest here. They could use that for so many things, but they can also use it to kill each other in the inside. So he was ousted and killed. Well, his family was ousted and killed for letting him continue that research. So fuck, bro. Something is poking me in my blanket. I'm trying to find it. Might be that thumbtack that I dropped earlier. Found it. Anyway, so Naruto kinda fuck. Not Naruto. Shit. So after they find out that the poison kinda like kills you slowly over time, and yeah. Minato more like starts visiting the compound more and more, which, he starts becoming friends with the Hyuga clan more and more throughout the time. And that also leads to Kushina becoming closer and closer to the Hyuga clan as well. In return, making them a lot more fond of the Uzumaki clan. So, when they find out that that Minato is dead, but they do have a son named Naruto, they do inform the guy, and the guy is like kind of disappointed. He's visibly, he's sad, shit like that. Because I'm gonna say when he was still feeling somewhat better, but like when he took a turn for the worse, Minato was there supporting his own family, like dude's family and his family, like basically, yeah, hand in hand. So fuck, I said I wasn't gonna do that anymore. Fuck, I just forgot what I was gonna say. So yeah, that's why dude was like kind of what's the name, because he thought that nobody else was gonna take care of his family, but he remembers a promise that he made to Minato, and they do like he does have a daughter that's around the same age as Naruto. Some of y'all might be like, then how was she born if the dude was already almost on his deathbed by the time Naruto was born? Right before. She's just a couple of months older than Naruto. That's what I'm saying. She's like a couple of months, like, let me say like 3 months older than Naruto. So Naruto does know of her existence, but he doesn't necessarily care for her. We'll call her May. Her name's gonna be May. And May at this, like, May knowing that her dad just finished dying, and that the dude that he gave her eyes, his eyes to, she knows who Naruto is, but she doesn't know that Naruto looks like. So, say one day Naruto like walking out, like he's just out walking around, and me and Naruto bump into each other. Now, I'm gonna say May had a distinct feel, like she thinks her dad's eyes had a distinct feel to how they looked, no matter who was wearing them, basically. Like that was her whole like little weird gist of things. Let me turn on this light real quick. Okay, yes, I did do that a little too much. Oh fuck, I fucked that whole side. Okay. So he does, like, she bumps into him, and Naruto helps her up, and then she looks at Naruto's eyes, and she notices it. And she kind of starts crying, and most people think that Naruto was just messing with her. Until, like, Naruto, like, he's explaining it, and then she kind of, like, just, like, jumps on him, almost. And basically was like, thanks for fulfilling my father's wishes and shit. In the middle of public, and this is kind of, making Naruto a little bit uncomfortable. So he's like, okay. We can talk about this somewhere else. Okay. Can you get off of me? Hey, I say get off me. Like, can you get off of me? Like, people are staring. People think I'm trying to harass you. And she kind of like gets a grip and notices what she was doing, and she gets a little flustered and she jumps off of Naruto. And Naruto was like, "Now, what are you talking about?" And she basically just tells Naruto like, "I'm the daughter of the guy that eyes you have. And why do you only," like, basically asking him, "Why do you only have one end?" And he was like, "Oh, it's just a strategy, like, just in case someone else takes this eye out, I always have the other one." And on the way back to the Uzumaki compound, 'cause I'm gonna say that's where Naruto was going, because he just finished eating ramen, basically like a little ramen snack right before he had to go home. And so it was Sakura's turn to cook, and Sakura's not the greatest at cooking. Well, her cooking's pretty good, but it's not the greatest. So Naruto tends to eat right before. So, like, I'm gonna say they take the long way around. There's like that, yeah, they're on like the outskirts of the village, kind of like how the Uchiha compound was, and the ramen shop was all the way on the other side. And there was a street that you could just make a straight beeline toward the compound with, but they walked all the way around the edge because Naruto just wanted to know like what was going on. So she basically, like, before Naruto like could say any, like, right toward the ending of it, like, they were just having normal conversations and shit, little sentimental conversations. And I can't even speak. Toward the ending of like their little conversation, right before like Naruto walked into the compound, she basically grabs his arm and asks him, like, "When we get older, will you marry me?" And Naruto's like, "What?" Like, marriage? Are you sure? Like, with me? And she basically goes on to explain, anybody that, was, basically taking, like, your father took care of my family and saved my dad's life. Without him, I wouldn't be here. And since he's not around anymore, I have to find some way to repay you. And since this is the only way I could think. So Naruto kind of like is stuck. So he kind of just slowly backs away. And she kind of gets the vibe, because Naruto didn't say no and he didn't say yes, so she kind of does get the vibe just a little bit. And I just noticed that those eyes are uneven than a bitch. Like this eye is perfectly normal, and this eye looks like it came from somebody else. Like what the fuck? Oh my god. Anyway. Unless like he's looking at something stupid or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't really care. But anyway, so Naruto gets into the house, and I'm gonna say Karin walks up to Naruto, because Naruto has like a weird shocked expression on his face, and she was like, "What's going on?" And she basically Naruto just out and says, "I think I just got engaged." And Karin was like, "Wait, what?" And Sasuke hit the corner and was like, what's going on? And Karin was like, "Naruto is engaged." And Sakura says the food's done, and Naruto's still kind of in shock. So he just goes up to his room and shuts the door. And like no longer like 15 minutes later, there's a knock at the door. And Naruto goes down, and he opens, no, Naruto's still in his room. And Karin opens the door, and like Mei's sitting there with like a suitcase, and she's like, "Where's Naruto?" And Karin, not knowing that this is the girl that Naruto's engaged to, tells Naruto there's someone at the door. And Naruto comes downstairs and he sees that it's her, and he he don't know how to react. So she kind of walks in and was like, you know, I'm gonna be staying here now. And Kanin was like, wait, what? And Naruto's like, this is the girl I'm engaged to. And Karin was like, wait, what? And, like, she basically explains it. And Karin kind of just openly admits it at, like, a certain point. Like, you can't do that. That's cheating. And May was like, how was that cheating? And she's like, cause, you know, you're not the only person that has feelings for Naruto and shit. So Naruto was like, wait, the fuck, man? And May was like, well, he's already engaged to me, so you can't do anything about it. And Naruto just goes back up to his room and goes to sleep. But before he does that, there's like 5 minutes of just pure arguing and Sasuke trying to calm them both down. But when Naruto wakes up, there's 2 people in his room. There's May and there's Karin. But they're on like opposite sides and they're both kind of tugging Naruto, like, to each side. Which means that Naruto's kind of like just stretched out at this point. So he gets up and instead of waking them both up to kick... Naruto wakes them both up and kicks both of them out the room and goes back to sleep. And he wakes up again, and I'm gonna say this time Sasuke was in the room. And Sasuke was like, May kinda needs to come back in here. And Naruto was like, why? And she was like, Sasuke was like, because she has all of her clothes in here. And Naruto was like, there's like 6 other different houses and like 40 other rooms. And she chose to put her clothes in my room. Okay. And Naruto basically just covers his head with a blanket and she gets dressed and leaves. And, Haku comes and knocks on the door. And he's just now hearing the news. Naruto's engaged. So, at first, she kind of shrugs it off. And everything. So it's like, yeah, no one really gives a fuck. But, yeah. So, like, because since Naruto he kind of had a restless night because, you know, it's kind of hard to sleep reading to from 2 different people. And when he wakes up, like, by the time he wakes up, it's like basically like 8 o'clock at night, basically, yeah. So, fuck. I'm finna end this part in a couple of minutes. But, he goes downstairs and there's, you know, the kind of like the little feud going on between Karin and May. Haku's kind of sitting there being the oblivious one. Sakura's acting like she's the most mature, which she's not. And he looks over to the side and he just sees like this dark looming cloud over fucking Zabuza's head. And he's like, what's going on with you? You know, besides, you know, hearing about this. And he's like, bro, you got 2 people in here obsessing over you, and both of them on your team. And Naruto was like, wait a minute, on my team? And he was like, yeah, May got transferred over to our squad. So I came over here to tell you, but apparently she lives with you kind of like everyone else on our squad. God damn it, Naruto. Like, what's next, bro? Y'all gonna have kids at the age of 16? And May was like, actually, and Naruto was like, fuck no. And he was like, listen, bro. You could stay here. Y'all could argue about who's marrying who. You gotta be fucked up. You think I'm finna have a child at the age of 16? And Haku was like, it's kind of stupid to have a child at the age of 16 anyway. Like, even if you're rich, you're kind of just stupid. And I'm gonna say Kani and May look at Haku, and Naruto was like, "Thank you," like basically just like agreeing with Haku. And Kani was like, "Who the fuck asked you?" And May was like, "Yeah, who asked you?" And Haku was like, "Oh no, I just thought I should implement my 2 cents because why not?" And fuck. Sasuke was like, yeah, we might as well get ready to go to sleep. And the only way Naruto could go, like, not get ready to go to sleep, but get ready to, like, go on a mission. So they go on a mission, and it's just a small, like, reconnaissance mission, nothing big, nothing too big, or nothing like that. So, yeah. They come back, and I'm gonna say it's like 10 now, so like 2 hours of reconnaissance, basically. They was basically just patrolling some small little patch of area. And fuck. In order for Naruto to get tired again, he has to kind of exhaust his chakra pole, so he stays up for an extra 2 hours. And by the time we go to sleep, it's 12 o'clock. So he's gonna wake up at 6. Yeah, so he goes in his room, and at this point in time, he doesn't necessarily care because he's tired as fuck. But he goes in his room, and he lays down. He feels 2 people, which is obviously Kari and May. He feels a 3rd person, but he thinks he's just hallucinating. So he goes to sleep. He wakes up, and Haku's next to him. And Naruto kind of freaks out and was like, what are you doing here? And Haku was like, I just wanted to see what all the talk was about because everyone else seemed like you were the main attraction around here. And Naruto was like, what do you mean? And like, she was like, Haku basically told him like, oh, I thought you did lewd things to those 2. And Naruto was like, I'm not a fucking demon. Like, what do you think? No. And Zabuza knocks on the door and was like, he basically like opens Naruto's front door and was like, where's Haku? And this is when I'm gonna be ending this part off. Hope y'all enjoyed. I'm actually getting tired. I might go to sleep. But if y'all did drop a like, I do apologize for all the pauses in the middle. And if y'all didn't appreciate me trying to kind of tag my friend's YouTube channel, yeah, my bad. I know where it goes. But yeah, peace out.